Having just beaten the tide by seconds on one side of the beach, the cast and crew still have the final scene of the day to shoot, also on the beach, but this time featuring Peter Kingdom's £70,000 Alvis convertible car.
The girls have gone for a drive in the car and they've got stuck in the sand. So these bronze surfer guys come along and offer to push the car out of the sand. But as you can see, the tide is coming in right now, and so we're desperate to shoot the scene before the water comes up, and the water is going to come up to where we're standing here now on this ramp and even further. So we have to shoot the scene in about 15 minutes because we're going to get engulfed by the tide. And action! Now, in the script, it wasn't written that the tide was coming in or anything and that was going to jeopardise them. It was just that the car was stuck in the sand and these surfer boys are going to come along and help.
Yeah, it's going, it's going. Go again.
Cut. Whoa, reset.
Reset, please, back round.
This is not right. Stand by to go again, please.
Stand by, let's keep the hands clear, please.
Tony, give us a hand here. Tony.
Watch the sea.
Right, just take it out of gear and we'll roll it back.
I didn't know what was coming behind me. But I mean, it's mad, the tide here. It's dangerous. It comes in at sort of like a fast walking pace.
Okay, guys, our surfers, can you come in a lot quicker and be very quick about the whole thing? Let's go.
Stand by.
Going for a take. And turn over, please.
Inboard.
And action!
I was worried for the car because by the second take the car was completely surrounded by water, and if we hadn't got up the ramp in time it could have done terrible damage, I suppose. But there's something to be said for the ignorance of not knowing how fast those tides were going to be. It was a marvellously dramatic moment, and I don't think on the film you'll realise what split-second timing it was.
Right, now that was tight.
Are you girls having trouble?
Yes. Oh, thanks.
Come on, guys. Back there. All right.
Come on, boys.
The next morning, the crew are in Castle Acre, a mile from the production base in Swaffham. They're filming a scene with veteran actor Joss Ackland and Carl Davis, who plays the part of Peter Kingdom's assistant, Lyle Anderson.
Lyle is a young, thrusting articled clerk who didn't get accepted to any of the big city firms, and Peter saw beyond his lack of qualifications and into the human being that Lyle is.
I thought you were from the council.
No, they won't be back for 7 days. I've got your stay of execution.
Although Lyle is not intellectually the most brilliant lawyer who's ever likely to represent someone, he goes the extra mile for people. You know, he has a heart of gold, if you like, and of course it can all sound very sentimental. But let's face it, if you or I were suddenly in trouble and needed a lawyer, yes, we'd want someone who could kick ass in a courtroom, someone who was tough and, you know, on our side, but also someone who understood us.
Who is to tell me how I live my life? Do you know what this is?
Yes, sir, I do.
How do you know you're Jewish?
I did history at school.
Good. Too many people forget.
I'm sorry I used the phrase stay of execution.
You're not to know. You're a good boy.
The part of Lyle was the most difficult part to cast. We needed somebody who could play against Stephen Fry, who's a fabulous actor and who has a very strong presence. So we really needed someone that could match him. But he needed to be a counterpoint to Stephen as well. We wanted somebody that was very down to earth and rooted and quite cheeky and, you know, honest as the day is long, is basically. I mean, that's how Peter describes the character, and that's what he is. And somebody who's funny as well, on top of all of that.
You seen this? It's brilliant. Carrot's got a willy.
Please, Lyle, stop it.
You can mate it with this parsnip.
Yes, I'm sure it's very, very funny if you're 11 years old, but have you got nothing better to do?
No. It's quite odd being put in to a drama with Stephen Fry and Tony Slattery and Paul Kay, Steve Pemberton and people like this and Celia and then going, and if you can be funny now, that'd be great. And you're thinking, don't think that's really my role in this company. Let's go fishing.
In fact, the writers have created a running joke for Carl's character.
Yeah, I've been wet in all but one of the episodes, I think. It's been swimming pools and dikes and the ocean, and I guess it lends itself to being funny.
Oh, thank God. There's a strong current came and just took me away.
Allez-vous bien, monsieur?
Go again?
Allez-vous bien, monsieur?
We're in France.
I guess they like seeing him wet and come a cropper most of the time.
So what are these? Tomato canes?
Lyle, these are for dykes.
What, like lesbian pole dancing?
I like doing the dike leaping that comes in the second episode. That was a lot of fun.
What you do is you place the end of the pole in the dike, all right? And you lean it towards this, which is known as the takeoff platform, okay? Now what you do is run fast as you can. You reach for the pole and you climb to the top and you use your forward momentum to swing you gracefully over the dike to the other side.
No problem.
Whenever you feel brave enough. But you might want to change your clothes first.
That dike water was the foulest, most fetid smelling, vile water that you could ever possibly imagine.
Get a splash, and then a couple of seconds would pass, and then all of a sudden the waft of whatever was at the bottom of the dike that had just churned up kind of hit the crew. You just see everyone go, oh God, and then of course I was covered in it, so I enjoyed that.
Back in Castleacre, director Sandy Johnson explains to Carl how his final soaking of the series will work.
Okay.
All right.
And I get soaked from...
And that's where you get soaked from, that other
window?
Yeah.
Marvellous.
Marvellous.
It's now Vucevic!
Go!